bagels! They have bagels! I couldn't believe it. My heart beat faster and my mouth watered. My daughter came up, she said, look, cereal! They have cereal! So we piled our plates from this hotel business or breakfast buffet and sat down and enthusiastically began to eat. Now there was a couple sitting over here and they were looking at us like we were rather strange. And we were strange because the night before we had arrived back in America after living 2 years in an overseas country. We finished our breakfast and drove to our apartment that we would be staying in for our cross-cultural training. And I walked in the kitchen and I looked way up. I could hardly see the top of the refrigerator. It was ginormous. The oven, it held 3 pans at the same time, 3. And the washer dryer, I could actually read the dials, so I could choose the water temperature and the different settings. So we went to the grocery store and I walked in the door and it was like Christmas. They had low-fat yogurt, chocolate chips, a whole row of cereals. So we just piled our food into our cart and went to the checkout, and they put all of our food in bags. And then we just wheeled that cart right out to our car, and we took the bags and we put them into the car. We drove to our parking spot at the apartments, and then we just took the bags out and in the door. We didn't have to walk home 15 minutes, and we didn't have to walk up 6 flights of stairs with all of our groceries. It was incredible. Our daughter was very fascinated by the water fountain. You just take this little nozzle and you turn it and you can drink the water. You don't have to boil it. She couldn't get over it. When we walked outside, the sky was so blue and all those beautiful white clouds. We still can't get over it, the beauty of the sky. Did you know millions of people wake up every morning to a gray, polluted sky that the sun hardly ever shines through? We were 3 of those millions of people, and we, as I said, we still cannot get over the beauty of the sky. We lived in a city that was surrounded by beautiful mountains, but you never saw the mountains because the pollution was so thick. We could go to a restaurant and thank God for our food without worrying that somebody might see us. We could talk about anything we wanted to and not wonder if there might be a microphone under the table. In spite of all this, we loved our time overseas, and we brought home with us many special memories. One thing we brought back with us that we weren't expecting was the gift of gratitude. There were so many things in America that we never appreciated because we were never without it. However, there's good news, and that is you don't have to move overseas to gain the gift of gratitude. There's a famous quote by Helen Keller, who was a blind and deaf author, and she said, "You should approach every day as if it's the very last day you can see or hear or touch or smell or taste. And only then will you overcome your apathy and embrace and appreciate the world around you." I want you to each do something right now, and that is take your hands and close them up. And now we are pretending you have no fingers and no hands, and no thumbs. So let's imagine it's tomorrow morning and you get up and you want to have your cup of coffee.
Oh boy.
Well, go in and have your shower or get dressed. Go to the bathroom. Now open your hands and look at those amazing gifts you have. They have faithfully served you every day of your life. And I'll bet you've never really stopped to think about it. But maybe now you have a little bit of a gift of gratitude just for something simple like that. When you leave here today, instead of jumping into your car, I'm going to invite you to stop and look up at the sky as if you've never seen a sunset before. And just look at it and think about all the gifts that you have in your life. It may be people, maybe it's the person who sits across from you at the dinner table every night. Maybe it's a certain kind of cereal. Maybe it's the fact that you can see. There's so many things. And I believe that God is the giver of every good thing. And we have so many good things we can thank him for. Have you thanked God for bagels today? Or for any of the other things that have come to your mind as I've been speaking? He would love to hear from you. Thank you.